or land from a graveyard. Gain 6 life. I know someone that likes playing with Pulse of Marasa, so that she may want that new printing. So hello everyone there on Twitch. Sorry that YouTube isn't behaving. Actually, YouTube seems to be going live again there, so I have no idea what's going on with YouTube. But wherever you're at, thank you for watching the stream and bearing with it. Uncaged Fury. Target she gains +1. There's another Rugged Highlands. Big ol' Spider Scorcher. We'll get a big ol' spider on the team. Hey there, XRunner870, how are you? Thank you for joining the stream. I'm in the middle of a little drafting right here. I'm going with Gruul colors, red and green. I think I'm going to get this Ferocious Pup on my team. Or what about this Flyer? 2-1 for strike. So I think I'll go with the Flyer instead. Ferocious Pup is cool. You get 2 creatures for the price of 1. A 2-2 plus a 0-1. You get 2 creatures. But then how about a Flyer that's 2-1? First strike. Well, we've got the damage to Flyers. Keldon Raider, Stone Golem, a 4-4. Another Stone Golem or a Healer. I have way too many of those. Nothing good here. Nothing good here. Sentinel, Fury, and Scorcher. Okay, well, those are our pulls. Let me take out all of the non-color things. And I'll switch over to a cool sleeve. And then we'll look at our pulls this way. 53 cards. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Now we have elementals, but we don't really have elemental synergy. I didn't get a Chandra Planeswalker. I didn't get the Risen Reef or that one other elemental that gives elementals more power. So here's a 1-1 that does 1 damage. I've got 2 of these 1-2s. So I'll go through them kind of in general, and then I'll go through them in detail in a moment. 3 damage to something in the air. Ember Cat, Sentinel, Leafkin for ramp, Woodland. Whenever more tokens. I don't have a lot of tokens going on, most likely. So probably this champion will be done. Plummet for Flyers, Rabid Bite, Season of Growth, the Vile Smuggler, 2-2 Haste for 3. Loaming Shaman, Return Stuff, Spider Knight. I just want this to work so badly. This one could get bigger. Fury, Feral, Pulse, Dagger Sail, Ringleader, Lava Kin, Scampering, Tracker, Crasher, Flyer, 1 Dragon, Elemental, Spider, Golem. It's 45 cards, 20 creatures. Okay, gotta cut down a few creatures. We'll do 1 Spitter only. Ember Cat, I don't I don't have any Chandras, but I do have some elementals. Can we look at it this way? Elemental, I have 8 elementals, so that Fire Cat will be fine. Ember Cat. Sentinel, just a plain old 2/2. Vigilance. Druid, Champion. I sort of feel that Champion won't really be that useful, because what are our token producers? Let's see, I think I only have 1 token synergy card. Just the Scorcher, so nah, that Champion's not going to get big enough. There's a Plummet. I think the Plummet will be better than just the Airstrike. Rabbit Bite. I don't think I have that many big things to really make it work, but this will weaken things. Season of Growth. Spider. How about 1 Gift of Paradise? Although what it does is it gives some give some life to kind of stretch out the game. Aeronaut 3/2 Flyer, sure. Lava Kin, cool art on that. I love the characters like hair. Scorchers, I don't know, I guess that's not as great. 3/1/1s. Nah. Tracker, big old blocker, or Crasher Flyer, a Dragon Elemental, big Spider. Okay, there's our 40 cards. Let's give that a shot. So, X-Runner 87, hello again. So here we go, we're ready to play with this Elemental deck that doesn't have great Elemental strategy, but we'll see how it goes. So how's everyone in the chat so far? Let's see if we get some good matchups. Stream looks good, right? No dropped frames. I don't have enough room to install Twitch, so you came back here and it's working. Okay, great. Yeah, you don't have to install Twitch. You can just go to Twitch website and be there. But yeah, this is working again, so I'm glad. I don't know, it just kind of stopped working on its own. It didn't really do anything different. Although what's not working, what I don't understand is my good microphone is not working. It didn't work on the morning stream, so I'm using my webcam's microphone. Okay, what do we do here? Nothing great. Also, nothing great. Let's cross our fingers. Yep, it's going to be some ghosts, or in the world of magic, spirits. Alright, second turn, Season of Growth. Third turn, Spider. Gift of Paradise in there too. That's to build up a lot of mana, but I don't really need it too much. Right, so the best thing would be that I do get this growth coming in right away. They're thinking very hard. They were thinking very hard to finally plop a land. Alright, let's scry right here. No more lands, thank you. Third turn, I guess the Dragonfire. Okay, so that needs 4 in total. That'll work. Okay, let's do this. They'll probably block with that because it's no trade at all. Actually, I guess they were smarter than that. Okay, fine. So we're battling J Swan. So Okay, I guess this critter is getting big. That's kind of hilarious that... Okay, so at least I got a big ol' elemental to block this 5/5. Fourth land. 2/3. Guess that Protector can stop protecting enchanted creature and assigns combat damage equal to its toughness. Okay, well, we'll hold off on that. An old school fire elemental. Well, it doesn't have the old school classic art, which I believe was Melissa Benson, which is like a female elemental. Earth elemental. Yeah, that would be fun. That chubby one, right? Okay, well... So elementals have trample. Do I want a 2/4? Actually, I think that'll work fine. That that Lavakin Brawler, it can become a 4/4 because actually it'll become a 5/4. Chunk of chocolate. Yep, it's a living chunk of chocolate. All right, they're going to stay with 4 lands, and they've got a big old blocker. We'll do this one. Scry something. They're counting. How many are there? Okay, let's get this dragon in here. That'll break this impasse. Plus it'll give me some treasure for some reason. They have a whole grip of cards in their hand. Vial would be cool if it could do damage also to the player. It's kind of awkward how everyone's holding that. Do you notice that art? Like who's holding what, and they're tossing it, and it's someone's holding it up, and there's an explosion. I think this art is kind of weird. We're gonna have to discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's attack with that brawler. We'll go all in. They probably have like a God's Willing, which is fine, but I'll do some damage. Alright, good. They didn't have any God's Willing or anything, so that's dead. We'll gain some life. We have 4 lands. Ton of cards in hand. Okay, there's their blue mana, so finally I can start. They're gonna bring that one Geist, I bet you, which will lock down stuff. Okay, just a 1/2 flyer. Interesting. They're gonna pacify. Oh no, aerial assault it. Fine. Oh, they gained 1 life on that. Fine. Okay, you got a flyer. I've got a flyer. Got a couple treasures for that. Healer, sure. And we'll keep something in hand just to trick him. It becomes a 3-4. Even by itself, that's pretty cool. This Lavakin Brawler becomes a 3-4. Okay, so there was Earth Elemental, Fire Elemental. Was there anything else? There was Air Elemental, Frost Lynx. What else was there? Was there a Wind Elemental? Alright, so this Brawler will get a little bit bigger. Because now I have another Elemental to attack with. I don't need another gift. Back up at 21 life. I got a ton of mana. Go all in. Sure, that's a 4-4. Double blocking that. Guess let's get rid of the flyer. Because it'll be an annoying blocker. And I got a ton of mana. I got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 mana. And J-Swan is out. Alright. Wait, it's best 2 out of 3, isn't it? Okay. Okay, so what were they doing? I forgot already. So they're doing Azorius. They're doing white and blue. Do I have anything besides... Do I have anything that is still... It could be good against white or blue. They didn't have a meaningful flyer. Fury Scorcher. Pulse Mammoth. This is fine. So traditional draft. Corset 20. Well. I'll be able to do my Season of Growth right away. And I'll be able to ramp a little bit. With the draft you played on Tuesday, you had to redraw 4 times because of lots of lands. Ooh, that's not fun. And we're using the new London Mulligan rule. That's the official way to do it now, so I would assume... Okay, now speaking of lands, I'm getting all the lands over here. But at least I'm gonna ramp. Next turn I can get this dragon. Unless, of course, they're holding onto a counterspell. Bone to Ash would be a counterspell in blue, but it requires 4 mana, I believe. I'm actually going to do a Protector, that's fine. Getting my dragon out here with a ton of treasures and another force. Look at that, I'm getting such a mana flood, I can't believe it. This thing was you were the only one to get a walker. You're using the New London rule. Yeah, so you got a cool planeswalker. Which planeswalker did you end up getting? Alright, I need my plummet here, definitely. It's not a plummet, okay. Look at that, I'm getting completely mana flood. I got 4 in my hand. And there were 2 coming through as well. They're getting all the lands that they need, so what's their big thing? Kyora's Dam Breaker? Is that the huge thing they're gonna bring out? Because in Azorius there really aren't that many impressive things, right? I got the Novice Pyromancer, cool. There's nothing in my graveyard here, so this Loaming Shaman will be pretty worthless in that regard. I need some of the big stuff. I'm gonna have to double block over here. There's a flash creature, fine. Alright, so I don't think there's any way to get out of this one. They just built up way too much of a board, and I got this amazing mana flood, so we'll let them pick us off. Got another land. Okay, well, this shuffler was broken for this match, so let's see if we can go for the next one. Let's see if we get some better luck this time. It was just a huge amount of mana. Worthless. So, at least I get to go first. I'll be able to get that Brightwood Tracker out. I'll be able to ramp a little bit to that Reduce Ashes. Rugged Highlands to start off. Evolving Wild. Do I need that? Nah. That would have been a turn 1 play. I guess what I can do is play the play that, drop a wild, and just go crack it already. You know, there's no need to wait on that. So, Ingve, thank you for joining. I need to destroy that right away. That was a big response for a relatively little creature, but okay, now I'm going to start to get this mana flood. At least I'll be able to Brightwood track things. So that spider will be at least a blocker. So they obviously have that. Alright, so I have the Lavakin. That is not the sound I would have thought that the air elemental would make. So whatever they attack with, then I could possibly Dragon Fire. So I definitely need my Rabid Bites. So I think they've got their little flash spirit. Oh, I guess not. They probably have that one spell that that does that damage. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna move on from this game. If I don't get any good draw next turn, I just can't handle this deck. All the flying spells, you know. He had too many flyers. It wasn't a good matchup. Time to move on for that. Alright, Evolving Wilds. They go first. Yeah, they have an Evolving Wilds as well. So what does everyone think about saving their Evolving Wilds until the end of their turn? Why not just crack it right away? Yes, you're holding back information, but that doesn't even matter. Okay, so let's trick them into only thinking we're doing mono green. And then suddenly red mana. Okay, well... So obviously I would have wanted the Season of Growth out first so that I could scry with the Lavakin, but they've already got their 6/5 Cavalier Flames, eh? Alright, so I've got one less one of these elementals to worry about, but there's still a big ol' 6/5 coming at me, which can just be chump blocked. Alright, so we've got another attack from a 6/5. I'm going to have to keep chump blocking that. Okay, so they tapped their mana, but they didn't do something. I think this still has that bug that when that Gale, Cavalier of Gale comes out, it just makes a lot of weird noises. Do you hear that? The sound effect for that just doesn't. It keeps playing over and over. Okay, so we're gonna do 8 damage in the air. Yeah, this was a pretty terrible build. It just doesn't feel like it's working with any of these opponents. So let's go to the next. Let's go to the next match and see how that goes. Let's fix our audio there again. Alright, so we've got a few dropped frames there, 0.3%. Yeah, I swear my internet and everything's acting weird all day long today. Let's see what kind of luck we have this time. Amber Cat will help me bring this brawler out a little faster. If I don't top out on mana. I guess it'll be safe to attack there because that Metropolis Sprite cannot switch its stats around. But next turn it would be able to. So I'm barely making it with 2. I'm barely making it with 2 land because I can tap my mana dorks. They have their own Lavakin. So I'm really struggling with mana here, but this will get me some life. Alright, so they managed to get their 5/5 flyer. So let's see if I go in with a 6/4. If they're gonna race me, okay, well this is a 5/5 in the air. That Lavakin's gonna become a 3/4, but I can block it with my 2/4, but actually not really, because then now everything gets haste. Okay. Okay, so I'm out of elementals. Well, I have plenty of them. Double blocking that, sure, that'll weaken one of my elementals. Go off and grab. Yeah, I'm so surprised. It's just like the mana drawing in these last few games has been so weird because the mana system has been so weird. I've just been kind of stuck on a bunch of either too much land or not enough. Alright, well that's pretty convenient. Okay, well, this didn't go too well. No real wins to speak of. Let's go claim that. Let's crack that pack. Ooh, Mythic Wild card. Nice. But let's play one last game and then I'm going to wrap it up here. This is going to be in the ranked ladder. So I'll put a message right over here reminding everyone to go to loots.com and say something nice there. So if you're hanging out on the stream and if you head on over to the Loots link, that really helps the stream. I forgot to say I already made it to Platinum status. I made it to Platinum on the ladder. And we'll see how far we'll just play just a little bit on this ladder and see how it goes. So when you mulligan, I notice that it flips everything that you've done. Alright, so here I'm going to deal with a lot of burn. My creatures are not going to survive. Actually, that was a very good play because that won't survive. That's like the crowning jewel of their strategy. Next turn, I guess the Thief, Dragon's Horde. I feel that's a bit of a waste of time because, whoops, my Legion gets big. You sent the loot thingy, I appreciate that. My next turn, Presence. Alright, so I guess what I'll have to do here, Blade Brand. Let's give that a shot again. They had their magical opening hand. Let's see if we can do something better here. So, nothing great in the sideboard. Thanks for that loot message right there. And again, thank you so much for that loot message. So let's see if we get a better result this time. They got their Dragon's Hordes like perfectly God hand. Which allowed them to ramp into the just too much dragons, so GG to them. Alright, so we're dealing with an Izzet player, and I don't want them to play first. And they're going to have a handful of a lot of burn spells. Right, so that burglar is dead. Interesting. Okay, let's do this then. We'll take out a aerialist. And now that goes over to lava coil range. Let's see if they can get that. Dragon's Horde. Okay, they have a single mana there. Fine. Do some double life gain right here. So now my aerialist is getting huge. I'll take out this thief. That is a 6/7. I have 4 mana. Oh, look at that, it's getting cut off at the top. That's weird. Bolus, fine. I guess I'll drop that Blade Brand. I guess I'll drop the Thief, because then everything can get nice and deadly over here. But nope, they have a shock, of course. Oh no, they use that up. Okay, fine. So, let's make that nice and death-touchy. Draw me a card. Whoops, Nicol Bolas is dead. I have a 7/8 in the air. 3 attackers. I totally topped deck that murder. I'm gonna lightning strike my Bloodlord. I'm gonna lightning strike themselves. Okay, I guess. Hopefully they're recording this for their stream, and their stream jumped up and down and congratulated them. So I got a very good sort of opening hand and stuff. Let's see if we can keep that going. And they're furiously sideboarding. So has anyone in the chat heard of the TV show Freaks and Geeks? I know for a certain generation that was an amazing show that people were really, really watching. And I remember watching a few episodes of it, and I kind of got the urge to watch it again recently, so I've been watching them again. I think I've seen like the first 6 episodes, 5 episodes. It's an hour long. It's a good show. So many famous people there. Linda Cardellini, James Franco. I guess I'll keep that murder because I'm sure some big things are coming. And I have a slow hand. Very slow. But they have a lightning strike or a shock right there, so out of lands. Still have another shock, alright. Maybe this will run out of their shocks. Nope, they still have one more shock. Alright, they had 3 shocks in their hands. At least the good news here is that Karma is like totally getting them. Alright, they pulled all of their burn. I have 6 lands and they have 2.
We begin. Don't doubt my methods.
Alright, well, here comes the Mana Flood.
Are you ready?
Now, in theory here, I have enough mana to pump up this Ebon Legion hugely so that it doesn't die to a shock. Right, so they definitely did not want to lose that. They didn't want to lose their Sarkhan, of course, that would make sense. Yep, I finally got it working. My stream was just acting really, really weird.
I don't need this. I need this.
That's funny. I don't need this, I need this. That's funny. Oops, they're gonna pull something out of their library. Order of the Ebon Hand from Fallen Empires. Exactly, I keep getting it confused. I was saying the wrong name. Knight of the Ebon Hand. But it's the Ebon Legion. So they have a lot of tricks up their sleeve here. They're gonna do a big ol'... They're gonna do like Banefire or something on that Ebon Legion, or are they going to do a Chandra?
Chandra, you need more control. Psh, just let me burn.
So there's no dragons from Sarkhan to worry about. We have 3 mana open.
Chandra, remember that spell.
Alright, well, I'm gonna need to...
is no peace in defeat.
Okay, I can still pump up my Ebon Legion one more time. There's another Sarkin. Probably will... Oops, okay, they're not gonna discard. I would have thought they wanted to create a dragon.
I know what I'm doing.
Oh, I guess it doesn't create dragons until the -7. Okay.
Oh, there's so few.
Okay, well... Okay, so their board is wiped. Can you believe I've got 12 lands on the battlefield? Nicol Bolas, whatever. Each opponent discards a card, but I have no card to discard. Drawing a card, whatever. Nice. That was top decked. Alright, what are we gonna do here? Dragon's Horde. Another Nicol Bolas. Drawing a card. Alright, so... I will have to block that Nikki B. Got another Legion. Let's see how this continues. Another Nicol Bolas, okay. Like, this is proof that the algorithm is completely dumb, isn't it? Because it's like, you saw that that person had so many... They had all the shocks that they needed, right? Okay, there it is. So annoying. So, okay, that worked there. Platinum tier 4. It's like, wow, that was pretty something. They had, in the beginning, they had all of their shocks. And then they had 3 out of their 4 Nicol Bolases. Okay. Well, there we go. Moving on up in Platinum. Cry of the Carnarium. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap it up at this point. Been streaming for over an hour. Here's my mastery if people care. I didn't buy the mastery pass. I don't think it's worth it. So I'm at 20. Oh, actually 19. I'm at level 19. I don't even know, like, what, this is just wins, 20 wins and you get here. So it'll go up to eventually 100 wins, but then there's nothing in the 100 range, or is it just not previewing it? Yeah, I don't even understand this mastery thing. It's like, it doesn't really seem worth it. It's like, oh, you'll get cool stuff if you first purchase your 3400. I don't know, this is way too much of a cash grab. And this mastery tree, like, who cares about this? Also, it just gives you card styles. I don't care at all about any of these. Yeah, this whole mastery thing I think is kind of a joke. But I'll still continue to play these other things and stuff. So, okay, well, everyone, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you had a little bit of fun watching me play. Got some ideas on how to do some strategies. And that's it for the moment, so see you next time.